Alright, let's try that again. The last beat was fucking terrible. Try a harmer. Ooh, holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna go off and do a bunch of 7th chords. I want to compress it. A little bit too all over the place. I'm gonna cut the lows past the sound geyser because I don't want those getting compressed again. Do E minor 7. I wonder how that sounds. Fucking good. Wow, that's kind of nice. Kind of want to spice it up a little bit. I'm gonna send it over here, and then I'm gonna pitch this one up an octave. This is a free pitch shifter. Kilohertz, kilohertz. I'm gonna delay this one. Everything in here is all routed here to the chord bus, so I'm just gonna compress both of those together now. I don't really know what I'm making. I just kind of go whatever I'm feeling. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna keep using harmor. Alright, I don't know why that took so long. See what leads they have. I might just have a little sustain going. Grace note right there. Plugging right here. I just kind of want to put it back in the mix a little bit. And I do hear some low end coming off it. Never mind, I was lying. Alright, so I reached the point where I don't really know what else to add on this. So I'm just going to fuck with it on Shaker Box. Alright, I like a pressure treater. Alright. I kind of don't like that at all. Now that added some movement from the drive over there. Yeah, put a soft clipper on your master. Always a good thing to do. That sounds pretty cool. Just with fadeaway that in. By the way, compressing it, if there's like any low end in the sample, then always rims out some more. See how it has some. Then you can solo this. Oops. See how that's literally doing nothing? Just cut that out because it's kind of muddying our mix. Then we're just capping at 0 dB. Never go past it. So it really clips. And without the soft cover, see what it sounds like. I don't think that really made any sense, and I don't think that's really what I meant either. So, just kind of don't really listen to what I'm saying too hard. Alright, what should we try? I want to find a good good clap to start off. I really like this one. I don't know if we can use it for this. That's what I said. Kind of want to layer that snare. This type of genre, you do want to make it like add a bunch of leads, but like if it's sounding good, you don't have to overcomplicate it. Like probably gonna add some more leads to this. I might switch it up later in the video. I don't really know what to do. I don't really go into this with time. In order to get that kind of distorted, like high-end kind of sound for this genre, a good way to do it is just one-step hat. One-step hat with like a decent amount of release on it, like opposed to something like this wouldn't sound as good. Something like this sound a lot better. It's kind of more like a over hat. That's a nice clap. Kind of nice to get like a fast moving arp like this preset. Chords go from F major 7 and these three, and then ending with the E minor 7. We could do one chord, but it's kind of stale. How about this? Just select all of these. If you hold Alt, then it locks it to a specific time. I'm gonna start with the 7th. So 7th of E minor 7 is D natural. So alright, I'm gonna just stop. It's hurting my brain. This arp is a little boring, so here. So we can do something cool when the snare hits. What would be something cool? You know, it'd be really cool. It's just like a held note. Wow, nothing cooler than that. So I'm just emphasizing the 7th, which is the D natural, because this section is E minor 7 chord. So, what that means? Ooh, cool way to emphasize 808 hits is layer a bunch one BPC Symphony Orchestra, free plugin by the way. I'm aware that it sounds horrible, don't worry. I'm gonna put it way in the background. Am I lagging? Yeah, you can press F12 to close all the plugins to save your CPU. What? Is that Expanse by Heavy out on all platforms? I guess you gotta check it out now. So the best way to add something that you thought was gonna be good is to just make it as quiet as possible so you don't actually hear it, but you still think you did a good job. Oh, good shit. I'm gonna have it 4 on the floor right here. It's kinda nice little transition, unless it's not. Nah, that's fucking crazy. Alright, I'm gonna check out the video, try to get back. Alright, we're back. I decided not to put in that digital sounding lead because it's a little bit too much work. Also, I didn't like it. What we got? So that's what we got. Little downlifter. Kind of emphasize that this is a drop. Just bring it to tempo. We'll add another glass breaking sound. gonna look for other ones. I want one with like a lot of release. I'm gonna try a 2-step. And we're gonna do a little pluck, modern pluck. See if there's any low end. Look at that. Look at all that low end. You don't need that. So it sounds like. You can't hear all the drums, but that's what we got. That's what we got so far. Put down in the comments if you guys prefer this one. This one. Like, I think this sound is cooler, but it sounds goofy in the mix. Let's consolidate this so we can have complete silence, so it hits a little harder. We're gonna make this unique and have this go to the delay and reverb. So kind of we have more like a bare bone kind of outro. We just do that. Oh, that's fine. I'd say that's a beat. Beat is pretty much done. Gonna go on to tiny mixing. What you want to do? Fruity limiter. Just to turn up the loudness and clip more before the soft clipper. So the ceiling all the way up so it has plenty of room. Then gain up some so it clips. And lower saturation. And you can just knob right there. Do that. Actually, I kind of want to minimize the panning a little bit. This part right here, not important at all, but I just like to do it. I use Ozone 12, use anything with like something like this. First, use compressor. Just barely. Here, switch to this so we can see. So how much work it's doing right there. Here, let's go to the loudest part in the song. It's gonna be right here. It's just the threshold, so it's barely hidden. So it's got some like little wobbles there. Don't do a little too much. Just want it to like illuminate a little bit, and then put limiter on. Turn on true beat, so it flips everything. So this stays at 0 dB. And then there's a threshold, so it's barely doing any work. It's so loud at a beat. Yeah. There's 3.3 lux. Alright, finally. This part is actually pretty important. Your output to -1 dB. YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud all like have terrible compression. So if you go above 0 dB, then it'll just fuck your beat. I don't really know what else to talk about, but if you have any questions about this, just ask them in the comments or just anything about the video. Alright, thank you for watching.